Hi YouTube and welcome back to my Let's Play World of Warcraft on Wednesdays. This week I am doing the 5-man heroic dungeon of Gundrak. And this is one of the many ones that I do remember doing a lot of runs of. And there's a couple of shortcuts in this one that I know that my guild used to take. Again, I'm not taking them. I actually do remember the one shortcut, but I never liked it, and I'll show you why once we get there. And so that's one thing I'm not going to take. Although there is a shortcut to get out of the dungeon once everything has been completed. There's a view of all of the bosses we have to go after. Sladran is the first one. We've got the Colossus to take care of, and a couple others as well, including the little side boss. I think his name is Ek or Eek or something like that. Anyway, first things first, you're gonna go down this long ramp. And one of the best things I like about doing these dungeons solo is I don't have to follow whoever the tank is or, be responsible for other people. So if I feel like exploring, like I always wondered what was here in this pool of water. There's nothing, but I always wondered what was in there, but I never had a chance to explore because I had to keep up with the rest of the people I was playing with. So being able to run through, being at a higher level and being able to solo these now, it's like, hey, this is kind of nice. I like it. I get to explore and look at things if I want to, which I don't do too much with when I'm recording, but often after I'm done recording, if I feel like it, I'm like, hey, I really wanted to see what was in that corner over there. I'll often go through and do some exploring once the dungeon's been cleared. But that's, that's just something I like doing, and I probably didn't have to take these guys out. They're just a random patrol here, but I decided to anyway. And I keep targeting the stupid snakes instead of the little snakes on the floor instead of the actual NPCs I was supposed to be attacking. And here I'm like, okay, might as well clear out all these snakes. Gotta clear that up a little bit. I'm glad I can take out a whole bunch at a time. And they're just critters, so it's just an instant kill. And then here is Sladran, the first boss. So we gotta take him out before we can activate a device, which we'll do in a moment. Yeah, he kind of summons some ads, but as soon as he dies, they disappear. So I'm like, okay, never mind. Goodbye. Grab whatever loot he drops. And here is the device we need to activate. And you'll see what it does in a moment. You'll see that out by the water, there's those circles with stones in them, and I just basically it hits a laser and drops the stones into that thing, and it allows you to basically get the bridge to work. Right now the bridge is blocked, and you can get around the bridge if you want to, but the water basically has the WoW equivalent of piranha. They're called frenzies, and they can eat you up. At my level, I could probably just completely skip the entire process and go straight for the final boss if I really, really wanted to. And like if that boss happened to be dropping anything that was of interest to someone at my level, it might be worth doing that. You could just keep doing it over and over again. And you could skip this entire process if you wanted to at level 90. But if you're at level, you kind of want to avoid swimming in piranha-infested waters, because they might just eat you. Alright, and then I'm noticing off to the side there, one of the quests here is to gather a bunch of history tablets, so I need to go pick those up. And not that I necessarily have to do the quests while I'm in these instances and things, but it just kind of gives me, I don't know, sense of purpose, sense of, doing something other than just going through and killing everything. I like doing that. Okay, this is not a boss. This is just a couple of golems here. I just need to take them out first. Alright, they're gone, and then we've got some water spirit things. And yeah, there I could go further up into that hallway and things, but there really isn't anything up there as far as I know, so I'm not gonna go there. Alright, so this is the boss, the Drakari Colossus. He looks very much like the golems, just bigger. And what he does is he spits out, you know, the water that just merged in with him. He spits it back out into this elemental, and you basically have to take out the elemental to take him out. And then he goes and spits it. Once he's spitting, you can't attack him. He's unattackable. So you basically have to take out the elemental, and that ultimately is what takes him out. Alrighty. Yeah, there's another tablet. And we might as well activate our little thing and let loose the next key, so to speak. So you can saw what happened there. Alright, and now I'm just going to go down here because there's another tablet down here, but you can kind of see the bridge, and it's kind of askew and you can't cross it where it's at now. But you can see that there's gears underneath where all of these things are. So now we've got one more left to drop into its hole, and then it will reconfigure the bridge so that we can then cross and take out the final boss. And again, you know, I'm not sure if you could, but I think it might be possible to swim around. I haven't tried. But the whole point is that there's, you know, infested waters that could potentially kill you. But first we gotta go this way. Gotta go through Cave of Mamtoth. And we will go around. And Mamtoth is not in here. Mamtoth has its own thing. There's a whole nother thing with Mamtoth, separate from Gundrak. So here we go. We can just get past all of these groups of trolls because we don't need to deal with them. They're not aggroable. Now these two I have to take out because they're right in the middle of the path, and I would aggro them one way or the other, so I might as well take them out. And then I think I'm gonna have to take out that big guy, but I can skip these guys, I think. Yes, I can. Goodbye. Saves time if you don't have to attack all of the NPCs along the way. Alrighty, so here we go into the next chamber. And we kind of have to clear this one out a little bit. Take out these guys. And then there's a couple of big Earthshaker trolls down below who are fighting. They're having a little wrestling match or something. Maybe it's a training exercise, I don't know. But just kind of looking around, making sure I'm not missing anything. And here we go. We'll take these guys out. And then one of the things I wasn't sure of, because it's been a while since I've been through here, was there's a particular sequence you want to do certain things in this particular one. Because there's a boss, but then there's a side boss, which I think you can go through over here, but it's closed at the moment. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't go through there. But there is a way to get to Eek or Ek or whatever his name is. But I'm going to take these guys out first before I take out their boss. And if I remember correctly, I have to take the boss out before I activate the thing. At least that I believe that's the sequence we had to do it. And then there's another thing here, which I believe, yeah, if you look at the map, it actually leads to an exit or possibly a side entrance to the instance here. So, but we're not going to go through there. No point. But yeah, you have to kill Morabi before the door to Eek opens, and I don't remember if you can activate the thing and then go after Eek or not. I don't remember if that locks his door up again or not, but killing Warabi is the first step. Kill him, and now the door is open. So I figure I might as well do that first, and then we will release the trigger for the last of the keys for the bridge, and then we'll take out the final boss. First we have to go. Sorry, I keep saying Ek or Eek, and I wasn't sure, but it is. I suppose it is Ek, because he's Eki. Although there were a number of people I know that used to call him Eek, because Eek, he's big. But I think the proper pronunciation probably is Ek. And you don't trigger him until you kill these guys. So you gotta kill these guys first. And then it triggers him coming up from the depths. And there he is. Hello, Ek. How you doing? I'll take him out. This guy's just a pretty straightforward tank and spank. Not a lot of extra tricks there. And there he goes. It's so funny when they die how much they're just mostly head and tongue. Or mouth and tongue, really. Alright, skip over these guys. Really no point in taking them out. And we just need to activate the last of the keys and go around to the bridge. And this is where I meant where I said there's a shortcut. So after releasing the final key and the bridge reconfiguring itself, you could jump down from here and go across, but again you have to do it over the infested waters and things. Yeah, and you can't go up on the one side, you have to go up on the one. Yeah, so you do one way or the other. You can't swim around. I think you can't skip doing the bridge reconfiguration. The one side you can get up on because there's the pile of bones, but the other side you can't because there isn't, so you still need the bridge one way or the other. Alright, but I opt not to do the shortcut just because I just opt not to swim in those frenzied waters. I mean, not that they're gonna hurt me that much at my level and everything, but I never liked it. So I'm just not going to do it. Alright, anyway, this is the way that the, I mean, this is the whole point of doing the bridge in the first place, isn't it? Is to get this part working. Alrighty. So now this is all open. And I will just take out these guards here. Yeah, as soon as the bridge was fixed, and you can see the frenzy piranha things in the waters right now. And I don't know, it just always creeped me out, so I don't like doing it. Okay, alright, so now we've got 3 more rhino guard guys that we need to get out of the way first before we take on the boss. I don't remember if in the old days or not by taking these guys on you activated the boss or not. For some reason I thought you did, but clearly you don't, so. Now we just take out this last guy, and then we can take out the final boss. Gundrak, I believe his name is. And you know, he's doing something. Doing some kind of fancy ritual looking thing. Well, we're gonna interrupt that. There we go. And I do believe that this was, if I remember correctly, this was somewhat of a long fight. He does summon like these ghost things and everything. And there were ads that would get summoned and that kind of thing, but with my level I'm still killing them faster than they can go through their back tricks. Alright, so now we've got some friendlies coming to talk to us. I'll talk to this one over here first. The other one's the quest run in, but I felt like saying, okay, who's this? What's going on? Who are you? Can I talk to you? Ooh, I can. Alright, it's just a historian. It's nothing interesting. Sometimes I like reading stuff because you can get some lore and stuff, and I do enjoy the lore. But most of the lore is all written in books and things, so you have to actually sit there and take time to read. Alright, so we've got that. And oops, I gotta choose a reward. And because none of these things are worth anything to me, I don't really care what the stats are. I just look at the gold and what the vendor price is. They're not going to be worth anything on the auction house, I don't think. I don't bother with the auction house anymore. So I just take whatever is worth the most vendor gold and go from there. Alright, so this is just about to wrap everything up. We've got the shortcut in front of us that we can go to exit the instance. Thanks for joining me, and look forward to the beginning of the Halls trilogy next week. The Halls of Stone, I believe, is the first one. Then there's Halls of Lightning and one other one. But we're going to be starting those in Ulduar next week. And please like, share, subscribe, and until next week, take care. Bye-bye.